Dr. Valentino, first off, tell us about any policy changes going into the new school year.
Well, as you know, Peter, one of the things that we dealt with a lot last year was safety and security. And so this year, while our focus is on recentering around instruction, we have to remain mindful of the fact that we have to keep our students safe. And so as part of the work last spring and over the summer, we really paid attention to how are we keeping our students safe by making sure that the policy covers issues around maintaining a safe perimeter and who comes in, who comes out. So one of the things that you will see is a lot of construction over the summer around securing the perimeter. The other one is we've added cameras and we've added buzzers indoors for the main office and that sort of thing. And so those things were a reflection of the principals and the communities sharing with us their concerns about how we are not keeping the community safe. But also health and wellness will continue to be part of our safety and security because our school climates have to continue to reflect a space where our students and staff are not only physically safe, but socially and emotionally feeling safe as well. And so we're expanding our programs. As you know, last year we started with the wellness centers, additional counselors, additional courses for classes for our adults, including our security staff, on how to work more effectively with our students. So it'll be multifaceted. We are partnering with our COE as well on emergency and security communication. So you will begin to see the difference in terms of how well-rounded our efforts are going to be.
Does the security changes include resource officers?
That will not be part of the equation this time. It will continue to be part of the conversation, but as you well know, it is not the position of the board, nor many in our community who believe that that would be the right answer for the situation that we find ourselves in.
I'm curious, Dr. Valentino, post-COVID, has there been a return to some normalcy?
That is a great question, Peter, because I find myself asking the question, what is normal now? We all seem to be a little bit different. You know, the seniors now were the seniors when we returned from COVID. So they did their 8th grade and their 9th grade year through COVID at home. And so part of that is, and then every other student who comes right behind them. So that effect has not gone away, right? The way that they learned through the technology, the trauma that folks have faced as a result of the pandemic and being isolated, all of those things have happened to both the students and our staff. And so we have to pay attention to that. So normal is a different kind of normal now because these are not things that we paid attention to prior to the pandemic. But that's a great question that I continue to ask myself, and all of us are still trying to figure out what is normal now.
What do you anticipate will be some of the biggest challenges going into this school year for the district?
Making sure that we prioritize around those things that we have seen since the pandemic really impacting our students and the staff in a positive way, and begin to eliminate those that have not had an impact in that way. At the same time, we have to look at our instructional programs more closely and do exactly the same thing, because over the next 3 years, what we really have to be mindful of is the fiscal climate that's going to be there in 2025 when the ESSER funds that we received and any other additional one-time dollars that we receive by either state or the federal government, we have to make sure that we are fiscally stable going into 2025. And so the challenge is going to be suggesting that not all programs have equal value and not all programs are having the same impact, and that we need to really focus around staffing so that it actually aligns with our board priorities and our district's vision. And that's the challenge this year. That's going to be what my focus is going to be.
Finally, Dr. Valentino, what is the message you would like to share with everyone in the district and also the community before the new school year?
Well, a lot of work has been taking place since last year and the year before, and we're really excited for the start of the school year. One of the things, Peter, that we will continue to be challenged by, which are including the other two districts, is staffing. We don't have enough teachers and we don't have enough staff. So for our listeners, if you're interested in working in Coachella Unified School District, come on down. We welcome you with open arms. But even then, know that the year is ready to welcome your children, and we are excited for the start of the 23-24 school year.
All right, Dr. Valentino, as always, we appreciate your time. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you. Good to see you again, Peter.